What if Hollywood's bright lights were just a cover for its darkest secrets? For decades, we've seen the glamour, the fame, the perfect smiles. But behind the curtain, another story waits. A story made of rumors, hidden files, and whispers that never die. Tonight, we're diving into 8 chilling Hollywood mysteries that still leave people asking questions. A legendary actress found dead behind locked doors. A late-night fall from a yacht that still haunts the waves. A sports car said to curse every driver who owns it. A silent garage, a deadly car crash. A murder in a dark alley, and strange illnesses that ended lives too soon. Some details are proven facts. Others are pure speculation. We'll tell you which is which. But in Hollywood, truth and rumor often wear the same costume. So get ready. Over the next few minutes, we'll dig up secrets, reopen old cases, and revisit stories that never truly ended. And it all begins on a hot August night in 1962, when the world's most famous blonde slipped away, leaving headlines that told only part of the story. Just after midnight on August 5th, 1962, an ambulance rushed to Marilyn Monroe's Brentwood home. Inside, the 36-year-old icon was found dead with barbiturates in her system. Police said it was a probable suicide, pulmonary serum pointing to empty pill bottles and a locked bedroom door. The world mourned, and the case was closed. But decades later, doubts remain. In 2024, a London play called The Marilyn Conspiracy reignited whispers that powerful people, possibly even the Kennedy family, knew more than they admitted. Missing phone logs, torn-out diary pages, and an old investigation in 1982 that admitted there were still unanswered questions only added fuel to the fire. Was Marilyn's death truly a lonely tragedy, or was she silenced because she knew too much? The official file says case closed, but the public isn't convinced. In November 1981, actress Natalie Wood went missing from a yacht near Catalina Island. Hours later, her body was found floating in the water. Bruises were discovered on her arms and legs, but the cause was ruled an accidental drowning. The case never truly rested. In 2011, new witness statements reopened the investigation, and her husband Robert Wagner was named a person of interest, though never charged. In 2024, new eyewitnesses claimed they heard a woman screaming for help that night, sparking fresh calls to reopen the case. Even Natalie's own family can't agree. Her sister insists it was murder, while her daughter says it was just a terrible accident. Over 40 years later, the ocean still keeps its secret. On September 30th, 1955, James Dean died in a car crash while driving his silver Porsche 550 Spider, nicknamed Little Bastard. A week earlier, actor Alec Guinness had warned him, "If you get in that car, you'll be dead within a week." The eerie prediction seemed to come true. The legend only grew when parts from the wreck were sold off, and disaster seemed to follow every new owner. Fatal crashes, fires, and strange accidents kept happening, leading many to believe the car was cursed. In 2024, a missing part of the car resurfaced at an auction, sparking new interest in the curse. Skeptics say it's all coincidence, but the list of accidents tied to the car keeps getting longer, and the story refuses to die. On June 29, 1967, actress JAYNE Mansfield died in a horrific car accident when her vehicle slid under a truck. Early reports claimed she was decapitated, a rumor that spread worldwide. In truth, she'd suffered a fatal head injury, but her head was never severed. The myth came from her blonde wig being thrown across the wreckage. In 2025, a new documentary from her daughter, Mariska Hargitay, finally set the record straight using police files and autopsy reports. The crash also led to a major safety change. The steel bars now required on the back of trucks called MANSFIELD bars, designed to prevent similar tragedies. The story is tragic enough on its own, but rumors made it even darker than reality. In December 1935, actress THELMA Todd was found dead in her car inside a garage. Police said it was accidental carbon monoxide poisoning, but questions immediately followed. She had bruises on her face, a chipped tooth, and had supposedly walked hundreds of steps in high heels just to sleep in her car. Rumors swirled about mob ties, a jealous lover, and Hollywood power plays. No one was ever charged, and the truth was buried with her. In 2025, new podcasts and articles reopened the case, pointing out flaws in the original investigation and fresh clues suggesting foul play. Nearly 90 years later, people still wonder if Thelma was murdered to protect a secret. On February 12, 1976, actor Sal Mineo was stabbed to death in a West Hollywood alley. A man was later convicted of the crime, but many believe the case was mishandled. The killer left money in Mineo's pockets, leading to theories that it was a hate crime or a targeted hit, not a robbery gone wrong. A 2024 documentary even suggests the man convicted was innocent, adding more confusion to a case that has never felt truly solved. On February 12, 1976, actor Sal Mineo was stabbed to death in a West Hollywood alley. A man was later convicted of the crime, but many believe the case was mishandled. The killer left money in Mineo's pockets, leading to theories that it was a hate crime or a targeted hit, not a robbery gone wrong. A 2024 documentary even suggests the man convicted was innocent, adding more confusion to a case that has never felt truly solved. Jean Harlow was one of Hollywood's biggest stars in the 1930s, but at just 26, she suddenly fell ill and died of kidney failure. Officially, it was a medical tragedy of its time. There was no cure back then. But rumors say the studio hid how sick she really was, fearing it would hurt box office sales. Others blame the harsh bleach she used on her famous platinum hair. To this day, fans debate what really killed the blonde bombshell. In 1926, silent film superstar Rudolph Valentino died suddenly at age 31 from an infection after surgery. His death sparked chaos, fans rioted in the streets, and some reports claimed people took their own lives out of grief. Even stranger, for nearly 100 years, a mysterious woman in black has appeared at his grave every August, leaving a single rose. Whether it started as a publicity stunt or true devotion, it became one of Hollywood's longest-running legends. 8 stars, 8 shocking deaths, and decades later, none of these stories feel fully told. Marilyn's bedroom, Natalie's yacht, Dean's cursed Porsche, Jane's car crash, Thelma's garage, Sal's alleyway, Jean's mystery illness, Valentino's haunted crypt. Every case has questions with no answers. Maybe that's why these tales last forever. We fill in the blanks ourselves, turning real-life tragedies into legends. Now it's your turn. Which mystery do you think hides the darkest truth? Which story do you believe Hollywood will never reveal? Drop your theories in the comments, hit subscribe, and don't miss Part 2. The Cursed Props. Still haunting Hollywood sets. Because in Hollywood, some stories never die. They just wait for the lights to come back on.